What you got?
A flashlight.
Where'd you find it?
The door.
Oh, nice. Okay, we are on our way. Welcome back to Romr Reviews. It's been a while. Haven't made a video. We've been busy.
We've been busy.
We moved twice. Had a pretty significant medical scare.
True.
But we're back in the saddle.
Yep.
And what are we doing today?
We are going to test drive a Rivian R2.
That's right. It's R2 demo day.
Yep.
And I thought we would do this a little different than normal. Casey's not here. Mrs. Romr is here.
That's right.
Because unlike most of the reviews that have come out in the first week with all of the media, those are EV enthusiasts. I thought it would be great to get your perspective because we have a reservation and this car will be yours. So the question we're answering is your wife gonna like the R2? Roll the intro. The first thing we're gonna do is just level set. We've had a Rivian before, right?
Yep.
What do we have?
We had a Rivian R1
S, which is the SUV.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, but we didn't have it for very long.
Nope. We bought it when it first came out.
Yes.
For about a month. Did a review, sold it, made some money.
We did, and that was one of our biggest videos ever. Casey and I reviewed that in detail. Really liked the car, but we didn't need that car.
No, it's too big, too nice.
Very expensive.
Very expensive, yeah.
We made a little money in the transaction, so it worked out for us. But our kids are grown. We don't need a 3-row SUV.
No.
And but what did you like about the Rivian R1S?
I really liked how nice it was. Everything about it was super nice, very refined. The interior, like the carpet inside, was super nice. All the finishes, the piping, everything was well thought out. It felt like a lot of thought had gone into every piece of that car.
But it was also a very technologically advanced vehicle and very different than just about anything else on the road. And I'm curious what you thought of that.
For me, it takes a little bit of getting used to because I like the tactile buttons. I like to be able to change the air, change the radio station. We don't drive Teslas. We're not a Tesla family. So the giant screen is something a little different. But I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll see if I can get used to it. Yeah,
the R2 is going to be a little different. They've brought something into the R2 that R1 doesn't have, which is the wheels, the haptic wheels on the steering wheel that control things and give you quick access to climate controls and radio stations and even drive modes. And we've been watching the videos together. It looks interesting. That's their way of solving the we don't have any buttons complaint that a lot of people have.
Right, and you can voice activate a bunch of things too, right?
Rivian Assistant, the AI assistant, is being rolled out on R2 first, and looks really cool. I think it's probably about 80% of where it needs to be.
Yeah.
But you can talk to the car and you can, interact with the different systems in the car, and you can use natural language. So you don't have to know the exact commands like you do on other cars that have something similar. You can just talk to it.
That would be really helpful to me because you can do that super fast. Like if you need the radio station changed, you need the AC changed to a different temperature. That to me, I feel like I'll use that a lot.
I think so. And I think this is really important because, folks who are into EVs and into cars are usually really into the latest and greatest technology and they want to see things that keep advancing. But the average buyer doesn't, right? They're comfortable with their phone and they're comfortable with how a car works, right? So, I know I've got a volume button and I know how to change the radio and the climate. And when you bring something completely new along, a lot of people don't want to just jump in and adjust.
Yeah.
And Rivian and Tesla, you got to adjust. And I think once you do adjust, people really like it. Like that's how you were with EVs in general.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
We gave you one. You then went back to an ICE vehicle, actually the one we're in now. And you said, no.
No, give me back the power, please.
Yeah, instant torque, quiet, smooth.
Yeah.
You wanted an EV again.
Right.
And we have an EV now, so what do you drive now?
I drive a Chevy Blazer EV, and I love it.
Yes. Yeah. And I think it's important to call this out. The Chevy Blazer and the Chevy EV, really the GM EV ecosystem, while technologically advanced, like really good infotainment screen, but it's kind of basic. Like it doesn't do all of the cool things that the Rivians and the Teslas do, but you find that to be about right.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're going to use it for radio, you're going to use it to punch in a nav destination.
Right. Yeah, I'm, not so technologically savvy, you would say. I mean, I just need the basics. It's true. Where you and Casey, you guys love all that tech. You love using it. You love getting to see it. You love getting to see all the new stuff. And I don't know. I'm kind of basic.
You're indifferent.
I'm indifferent. Yeah,
you use it if it works.
Sure.
But
like I've driven cars, and I won't call them out, that have way too much tech. Like so many screens, so many things going on all the different screens, and it was a little overwhelming to me, to be honest. I was like, I don't need all this. This is distracting even.
Right.
Like there's way too many things to look at, and I don't even know where to find how fast I'm going. That to me that's too much.
So here's how we're going to do this. I mean, we're talking about the car. We've seen it. We saw the concept at Electrify Expo in Austin. But, it wasn't functional. This is going to be our first time to go hands-on and decide, hey, are we going to convert this reservation we have into an order in a couple months because you need a car?
Right.
We're going to go do that. We're not going to really film that live, right? Or while we're doing it. We'll show you guys the car. We'll show you or walk around, and I might capture some things while you're driving. But we want to be able to spend that 15 to 20 minutes in the car as best as we can and really get a feel for it. So we're not going to be distracted with filming.
Yeah.
But we'll come back and we'll talk about it afterwards. We'll share our thoughts and your initial impressions and kind of where you think you're going to go with the Rivian. And so there's a couple of things we want to accomplish in that. We want to know how it drives, right? Because you said the R1S felt a little too big and heavy, and I do remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you didn't love driving it just around town as much.
Right. And I don't really want a car that's hard to park.
Yeah.
That's a big deal to me. I don't want to have to park in the back of the parking lot. I want to zip in and out. I'm a city driver. I'm on back roads most of the time. I want to be able to go around the roundabout without, hitting the curbs.
The other thing is, how easy is that tech, right? So, is it fairly seamless or is it distracting? The space, right? Even if it's a smaller car, do they utilize the space really well? How big is the front, right? We've had a front from the Silverado, which is no longer with us.
True.
Pour one out for the Silverado.
True.
We use the front all the time.
Yes.
What's the rear space look like? What's it like to put other adults in the car?
Right.
It's a smaller package, but how usable is this space? And then I think just overall design, right? I hope they have a few there. Going into this, what's your favorite color that you've seen?
Right.
What is it right now?
Right now? I really like the forest green. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, so is it Rivian green? Like it's that original,
the original
the
green.
They have a launch green too, which is more of like a drab olive green.
Okay.
They have two.
Yeah, and then I love that blue color.
Catalina Cove.
Ugh.
That's the one everybody likes.
It's so great.
Yeah.
It's such a great color. Like I would paint walls that color. It's so great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to unseat that as the choice.
Yeah.
I really like just the plain white.
I know you love a good white car. You're crazy.
I love a good white car when it's got the good offsets with the trim and everything else. I think it looks really sharp and it's easy to keep. It looks clean all the time. So
we will not be getting the white.
Won't be getting a white for her. Okay. Well, that's what we're going to do. We're going to head over now and check out the R2. We'll show it off to you guys, and then on the drive back, we're going to share all our thoughts. So hang with us and make sure you subscribe.
And like.
like the video. Okay, we did it.
We did it.
We drove the R2, both of us.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun, and it's kind of awesome.
Yeah.
But we'll get into that.
Okay.
I thought first things, we should explain the process
Yes.
a little bit. So I signed up online. I had to kind of keep hitting refresh until the spot opened up.
Okay.
They've been sold out all week and then sold out. They've been booked solid.
They're very popular.
Very popular. And so finally got a spot. We were able to drive over. And why don't you walk through what it was like when we entered into the Rivian showroom?
Okay, so it's very, how do I say, you just feel like you're in some sort of like, I feel like I'm in Austin.
Curated experience.
It's a curated experience. They've thought that they've got a place for the kids to play. They just
They have all of their gear laid out.
Yeah, you
but
can buy
nice.
merch there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very, yeah, it's
And then
cool.
displays. Like
Yeah,
the
for sure.
technology and the cars are there. They had R1S on the floor and
Yes.
the new R2.
Yes. And then a bunch of R2s sitting out there in the parking lot ready to go.
But we had to walk in for our appointment. They had to scan driver's license. We had to
Right.
sign a liability form. And then they just go give the keys and walk you out and go,
Yeah.
here you go.
Yep. They're like, you're ready to go. I thought the lady was going to get in the car with us. And
Yeah.
she's like, no, just drive. This is my favorite part. Drive to the In-N-Out Burger and drive back. And I was like, of course.
On brand.
Of course.
We did have to drive to Dallas, which is kind of against our religion. I don't
True.
like going to that side of the Metroplex.
No.
Like stay over in Cowtown and Fort Worth where everything's chill.
Yep.
Rivian does have a delivery and service center in Fort Worth, but they were not set up like the Rivian showroom. So had to go to Dallas.
Knox Street. We had to go all the way to Knox Street.
Had to go to
That's
Uptown, Knox.
Yeah. It's
Everybody's
okay.
out for brunch today.
Yeah, we survived.
We did. We both got to drive the car. I have my own thoughts, but very interested in what you thought.
I really liked it. I love the outside. I know that sounds really silly, just to like, it's just very clean.
Yeah, it's a very classy looking vehicle. What'd you think of the driving?
I really like the driving. Very smooth, very quiet. When you're inside, incredibly quiet. It feels very large inside. It feels big. It feels spacious. Everything is clean. The lines are long, which makes it feel bigger. The back seat is huge. The seats are so comfortable. We both realized immediately how comfortable the front seats are. They're like bolstered, but not like too tight. You feel like you're in a firm fitted seat, but not like confined, if that makes sense.
So you jumped right into the interior, but I asked you how it
Oh,
drove.
sorry.
You said you drove great, and then
It drove great.
but I love the seats and the inside and all that.
I don't know. It drives great. Like, how do you think it drove?
Well, before we were talking about the R1S and how heavy and how big of a vehicle that felt.
It didn't feel big because I got on the highway with this car, and I don't do a lot of highway driving. If we're going somewhere on the highway, you were doing the driving So we got on the highway in Dallas, which makes me nervous just thinking about it. And it was not intimidating. Like I felt like I could just get on the highway and I could merge and I could, if I needed to speed up, it had so much power.
It was quick.
Real quick. And I just felt like it was going to be an easy driver. I didn't feel like I was taking up too much space. I could merge easily. Yeah, it was just easy and very, I don't feel that way a lot with SUVs. Sometimes I feel like they take up way too much space on the road. If that makes sense.
I mean, we're in a 20-year-old GX 470 right now with the tried and true Toyota V8 4.7. Like, you got to get on it, man. It's got to downshift. It's got to find the right gear, and then it's going to roar and it's going to surge, but it takes some time. And that car,
Nope.
nah,
Nope.
it's just instant at any speed.
Yeah.
It wasn't just, oh, you're going 20 and you want to go 30 or 40. No, when you were hitting 50, 60 and you hit it, it goes. So, yeah, I mean, it's very nimble.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought the car with the long hood, was going to feel a little bigger than I expected, but it didn't at all, like you said.
Yeah. That's maybe the one thing I don't love about it is the long hood.
Yeah.
It just feels like a big long nose. I don't know.
Yeah, whereas the R1S and R12 seem a little bit more perfectly proportioned, I do think the R2 feels a little long up front, which you don't get in the front because the front's not very big.
Not very big. Yeah, I definitely thought there'd be more space in the front.
Yeah. Now you get a ton in the back.
Yes. Yeah.
So if you lift up the rear, there's a very deep well between the two rear wheels or just behind the two rear wheels. And then you got a little bit more space kind of in line with the axle and forward as well. So a ton of room underneath the rear cover.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But so you jumped right into interior space and how that felt.
Yeah.
That second row is huge.
Yeah, it was really big. When we travel, when we're in the car and we have people in the back seat, they're usually grown-ups or grown kids. They may have a backpack with them. So that space is really actually important to us, especially at this stage in our life. So the back seat is a big deal. Also, that's where I normally put groceries. Because I don't get a ton of groceries. So that's important to me. And I can put several bags of groceries back there. And it was a good space. Comfortable.
Although I would argue in this vehicle, you'd be putting them in the front. Most likely.
Maybe, yeah.
Like, there's enough room in there to put some stuff.
Oh, for sure. I can put groceries in there.
Yeah. And your Blazer doesn't have a front.
No.
Silverado did, although we use that different.
Yeah, do you know what I loved about the Silverado's front? Is that it was open at the front.
Had that clamshell style front end.
And this one doesn't. You have to go up and over.
Yeah.
And I'm a short girl. So that's not always the best for me. Just gonna throw that out there.
Yeah. And it does open automatically, but you have to pull it closed, although you don't have to slam it. You just pull it down, it latches, and then it closes.
Yeah.
So that's not a problem at all. And in fact, other cars have had some problems with the front, the mechanisms, and, they're unreliable. So it doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah.
I think being able to open it as you approach it is more important than being able to close it automatically. So I think Rivian nailed that. So technology was something we talked about a lot. How you interact with the system and those rotary dials that are on the steering wheel, the haptic feels.
Yep.
What did you think?
I like those a lot. Volume is something I mess with all the time in my car. I don't know if you're like me, but when you get into traffic or someone's talking or whatever, you're always turning the volume down or up. And so that's super easy there. It's on the steering wheel. It's on the left. You're just up and down. That was super easy. The right-hand one was a little bit more work. You have to press it and then go up or down, or
there's more stuff going on.
More stuff going on, but the left one's super easy. I loved just being able to touch on the bottom of the screen. There were lots of options, and you would just touch it and go straight to those options. Kind of always at the ready. I liked that.
It's really fast
and
very
fast.
quick. There's no lag at all. The software is dialed in.
Yep.
Probably
was
the
nice.
coolest new feature is the ability to take those audio controls on the left and all of a sudden switch them to the right
Yes.
for the passenger, back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah, that was cool for sure.
Yeah, that was cool. I agree with you. The right dial that controlled fan speed and temperature and
Yeah.
drive modes, it was a little fit, and I think the speed setting.
Oh.
It kept saying speed setting. It's a little finicky.
Yeah.
It's just a little odd.
Well, maybe we just didn't get enough time with it. Maybe once you're in it for longer, you get it and you figure it out.
Yeah, I think the car we were in had a small issue. The one that was sitting on the showroom floor, it functioned smooth and perfectly. So, maybe just an early build, something like that.
Yeah.
Let's talk colors and interiors as well, because the car we had was the dark gray metallic. I can't remember the name.
Yeah.
And it had a black interior.
Yeah,
it was
basically all black and gray.
Yeah, it was not very exciting.
No.
It didn't pop at all.
No. I mean, because you know that the materials are nice.
Yes.
Like you can see them, you can feel them, they're nice. They all blended together. So you couldn't really see the difference in the materials, if that makes sense. They just were like they're probably nice.
Yeah.
I don't know. You need some contrast.
And so the only R2s available right now have the all black interior. The Coastal is coming out later. We think late August, September timeframe.
Mm-hmm.
They had an R1S with a brighter Coastal-like interior. I can't remember the name of the light gray that they had, but I think you were kind of sold on that.
Yeah, for
right?
sure.
Something more light that shows the piping, that shows the difference in materials better.
Yeah.
And then the colors. We got to see the launch green, the forest green, and the Catalina Cove, not in person on the car,
Right.
but the color samples.
Right.
If you had to pick one today after seeing those,
Catalina Cove.
Catalina Cove.
Yeah.
They did have a white one on the floor.
I did
It
say, but he did not get it on video, so there's really no proof. This is just, I did say it does look good in white.
Now we have proof. We're recording.
It's recording.
It looked great. With
It
the
did look
contrast with the darker wheels
Yeah.
and the cladding and the black trim.
You just can't go wrong with that Catalina Cove because it makes all the yellows that
Yes.
Rivian uses, they just pop. And
It
it's
does.
just so nice. I think the forest green, I forget what they call it, but their forest green also makes those yellows pop.
One of my favorite design elements on the car, I didn't know I was going to love it as much as I did, so we saw it today, is the little Rivian logo at the bottom of kind of where the A-pillar is on the car, below the mirror. It lights up,
Yeah.
and it looks so good.
Yeah. There's just little details like that are really, they're really cool.
Yep. You've got, so one of those little details, I got some video of this, of the charging port. So it's a NAX port, and the charging flap's a little flimsy. I like where it is on the car. It's in the right location, driver's side, rear, on the left.
Okay.
But it's got a little maze map that's inside of the flap.
Okay.
Just another little fun detail.
Okay.
Whatever. But,
Creative.
yeah, creative.
Yeah.
Now, here's the question. The question is, if our spot in line popped up today, would we get one? And this is actually a pretty complicated answer.
Yeah. I don't want the all black interior. So if that's all that's available, then no.
Right.
Okay.
So you do have design choices that are dependent on how they actually roll this out.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got technology choices, which are fairly controversial, right? So the biggest change is that for this year, for the launch editions and for the 2027 model, you're not getting Lidar. And that has implications long term on what type of autonomy you're going to get. And we know that the car, as is, if you buy one today, you're going to get eyes on, point to point autonomy. And pretty soon, right? You're going to get stop signs and red lights, stop lights. And within a couple of months or by year end, you'll be able to say, get in the car in your driveway and say, I want to go to work. And it is going to drive you point to point.
That's amazing.
That's amazing, right? That's great. And
Sign
it's
me
actually,
up.
it's really good for 95% of people. I think they'll be really happy once they really understand what that is. Tesla's had it for a long time, but it's still eyes on.
Right.
And you got to pay attention.
Right.
And I think the killer app is eyes off.
Okay.
And once you can do point-to-point driving, eyes off. And Rivian is saying, well, you're probably going to get some limited eyes off on the highway with the current hardware, but true level 3 eyes off point-to-point, and then level 4, which is your car drops you off at the airport and then it drives home and parks in your driveway and vice versa. That requires Lidar. Like,
Yeah,
you're going to have that hardware.
That's like the Jetsons. I mean, are we
It
ever
is.
really going to get there?
We're going to get there.
Okay.
And we're actually going to get there sooner than people realize.
Okay.
But the question is, do you buy an EV that is on the cusp of that technological leap,
So here's the question.
or do you lease one?
Oh, no.
Because we have traditionally
Yes.
leased our EVs for this very reason. The
Yes.
technology changes
Technology
so fast.
changes. So can those cars, so let's say we bought one that didn't have LiDAR.
Mhm.
Can it be upgraded to LiDAR? Is that just a technology thing?
So, no, it cannot be upgraded.
Okay.
Now, Rivian is trying to sell cars, right? They've invested a lot and they want to move cars, and they want to move the cars they're building now.
Right.
And they don't really want people to wait. And so they're
Right.
being a little bit coy around what the capability is going to be, LiDAR versus non-LiDAR.
Yeah, the sales guy was definitely being coy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're playing the game that I think all these companies that are investing in autonomy have had to do.
Right.
And they could come out and say, well, the LiDAR equipped vehicles are going to train the models and the non-LiDAR equipped vehicles are going to benefit from that, but they're definitely not committing to true level 3 or level 4 without LiDAR.
Okay.
So that's kind of where we're at. Like, to me, if our spot came up in line today, I would buy it. I'll tell you why. Because we'll review the heck out of it, and we'll do exactly what we did
And then
before.
you'll sell it.
We'll sell it, and we probably will make a little money. But long term, I would wait.
Yeah.
Like, I would wait until that LiDAR comes along and the options that we truly want, interior color options, all that pops up.
Yeah. I agree.
Which lines up well, because you got your Blazer until December.
Yep.
Unless something stupid comes along like that, because that car was the most amazing deal ever.
Yep.
And it was just a no-brainer.
Yep.
So
And I like it.
yeah, you do like it.
Yeah.
That's our R2 drive. That's our R2 experience.
Yeah.
So
It was fun.
it was fun.
Yeah.
Got to do something fun on a Saturday,
They have
even though we had to drive to Dallas.
It's true. They have a good experience.
They do. They have, an unbelievable brand image and, cool products. And, it's probably the best all-around EV being built right now. So at mid-50s, that's kind of wild.
Yeah. And something that we didn't talk about is that Rivian also has like a community
Yeah.
of their buyers.
For sure.
So you also kind of get to tap into that.
Yeah, I think, they've got the platforms and that folks are able to share their experiences and do a lot of things. But thanks for watching.
Yeah.
And please, subscribe to the channel, follow us. We got a lot more coming up, believe it or not. Casey and I got some podcasts to bring folks up to date on some Scout news and Scout rumors. We'll keep following the Rivian story, and then, if Jeep and Stellantis and Ford and Chevy ever get their acts together, it's not looking great right now. It's pretty boring out there. Let's just stuff a V8 and everything. But if they ever change their minds and actually start doing cool stuff, we're going to jump out and cover them too. That's it, guys. Romr out. Awkward way.